Alright, what's up guys? More scrims. How's it going, Habibis? Today I'm going to talk about another scrim we did for the Malaysian tournament. Same teams, same thing. I'm not going to talk much about myself. Today I want to talk about this hero. If you guys have watched Shirko's video, he has done some explanation or talked about this hero. Also, I've seen some explanations on 80s Hero channel, so I'm not gonna talk much about his skills, but let's just look at some of the gameplay and what he can do. So early game, I think we stepped into the wrong bush and then we got exposed. But you'll see, so he's solo lane, whatever. They take our blue buff, which is fine, it's to be expected, so early game's not looking so good, but it's fine. This guy will have sort of a disadvantage. Now the thing is, before we get into some action, which we might, I think we will. Okay, so we invade their blue buff, and the reason why we can do this is we have the level advantage. Despite losing someone, we're still stronger at this point, so we take their blue buff, and then I'm just bleeding this guy, and then I think he dies for it. Yep. And I live. Very nice. So I guess my team messes up as well. But what I wanted to say, which is not very important to this, is we invade this because we are quite powerful early game. They are as well. But they have to consider we have this mid lane, Alistar, which clears faster than a paintbrush, right? And paintbrush before level 4 isn't going to do much. So it's pretty much a safe invade if you don't mess up, and as you see, we get the blue buff. We trade a few kills, which is not ideal, but we have the advantage there. And then, we have the Arduin, which is similar in strength to their support. But then we have this guy who is very strong in those chaotic fights like over here. And versus their enemy ADC, wherever he is, this guy is not great against him, first of all, and second of all, even though he might be strong early game, he's not very good at those jungle fights. So we see another fight breaks out, and I don't know what happens in this one. So I'm not sure why we chose to fight here, but we do. And Malok low HP is just broken, and then Malok 1v5s. So that's also what I mean about the team comp difference, is that Paintbrush just hit 4. She didn't have ult for that fight, I think. And then, we were able to do a, let's say, as we call in the business, a clown fiesta. But the thing with clown fiestas is they look bad on paper, but sometimes you intentionally do them, like in this case. So heroes like Malok, who love clown fiestas, they come in and then they just clean up and then look at the lead now. We have 900 gold lead. We weren't able to do a clean invade sometimes, but by doing this, we take a lead. And this will work in rank 2 in trio queue. It's not clean, it's pretty dirty, but it is what it is, guys. So moving on, let's see what happens in this game. Also, we had me jungling on PANGU, and although Boltman is quite good in the jungle, without a summoner spell, he's not going to do very well. So again, another clown fiesta breaks out, and you can see the Malok is so fed right now. 5-1-2, that this is going to be easy. So we trade 4 for 3. We should have juked this. So we trade 4 for 4, which is alright, but we get the dragon as well. It's not the cleanest. And he took disrupt, which is quite a curious strategy, but it seems to be working. And yeah. So the issue with the enemy comp is they don't have like much sustained damage. They have a lot of burst up front, but they don't have the proper CC to burst people. Like if you have an Alistar, what's happening here? That's obvious. If you have an Alistar, if you have this hero, he can hold someone while you burst the enemy down. But if you just have a bunch of bursts and very little very little follow-up, very little CC, it's hard to do it. So the enemy doesn't have really much sustained damage because they have, you know, 3 heroes that are based on burst, and then Elsu is also bursty, so I would say 3 and 4 heroes. And then they don't have any CC to burst people with. As you'll see, they struggle in team fights quite a lot. Then you compare it to our team. We have Malok, who's very good at sustained damage. We have hard control. I'm also sustained damage. We have CC and we are tanky. So here I just get wombo combo. That's my mistake. I should have bought Gilded Greaves. But you see Malok once again in these Clown Fiesta fights. He's just so effective. And you'll see he's just gonna clean up again. So this will make him 7-2. Anyways, so let's watch this hero now because the rest of the game is going to be on this hero, I think. And you'll notice how in KPL, last meta, like 1 year ago, there was a lot more like macro play and a lot more like you know, chess play style. But this season, especially in Rank Summit, it's really devolved into this kind of Clown Fiesta. You know, engage the enemy, not without reason, but try to start as many fights as you can and then grow the lead from there. So we grow the lead. Look at it. 28 kills in 6 minutes. It's crazy, right? It's like 4 kills per minute. Absolutely stupid. And look, I'm not saying that this playstyle is the best one. It's not great. But in ranked, in these low-level scrims, they work so well because, and you'll probably hear a friend say like, the aggressor always has the advantage, and it's kind of true. If you have good team comps and good aggression, and the enemy is just like not ready for this kind of aggression or doesn't know how to abuse it, and you have the better team fight, then it's very easy to just be an aggressive team and then just win from there. You know what I mean? So what is happening? This guy is doing nothing. I thought he would be doing more interesting things. But let me see how this goes. Let's fast forward a bit. So we're jerking off around here. We know they're on the right side, so we don't check this side. But we took their mid tower. This guy gets caught. He dies. Nice. And a team fight breaks out, which I realize. And I think I still have ult here, so. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I didn't mention, but we took down their mid tower very early on. Prioritize it. And as you know, many times, as I mentioned in every video, if you take down their mid tower, you have so much room to play with. And they start losing parts of their jungle, and you can see that we just took their red buff there. And they're gonna start getting bleeded out. Bled out, and you see they cannot reach this blue buff, so that's another 100 swinging gold, so we just riced them for another 400. They can't check this Baron because they don't have vision, and we're gonna bait them into a fight here, which we do. The classic Baron bait. This Malok comes in again and completely omegalos over all of them. And our mage, our Sima or Black Tulin also omegalos over them. So I think we trade 2 for 1. I die again because I didn't buy Gilded Greaves. But it's looking grim for the enemy team, as you can tell. Let's fast forward. She just dies instantly to him. Sorry, I didn't catch it, but he probably disrupted the tower. And then what's gonna happen? Now what? So I think we set up a Baron play now. I think. Guess not. They have to go back, so I'm gonna fast forward. I have lifesteal, so I start soloing the Baron, but okay, so that guy just dies. Nice. And then we do Baron. Wow. There's some neighbors being noisy outside, but that's fine. There's nothing happened. And we do the Baron, as you can see. I can basically solo it with lifesteal. And now we're looking to close it out. So mid tower is coming in. Mid wave is coming in to push this tower. And I don't think they just defend it, but he disrupts the tower and then just blows up the paintbrush. The paintbrush has 0 reaction time on that. We take this tower. There's no wave, so this guy ends. Let's see what happens. Nothing happens. So yeah, like the thing is, it was cool that the Black Tulin did that play, but the issue with that play is that you don't gain anything out of it. You know, there's no wave, so it's just cool, and it insults the enemy. The paintbrush is probably tilted, but that's it. And let's go on. Nothing's happening. Bzz. We take their blue buff, and I think we should start on the dragon soon. We catch this. This is just garbage. So we try to seize this, but we don't have an ADC, so it's, of course it's kind of difficult, but we can still somewhat do it. And I'm soloing dragon. Let's see if something fun happens. I don't think so. He should have pushed this wave. Man, what a Resident Sleeper game. I'm falling asleep, man. So he just goes in and everyone dies. Not really sure, guys. They just die. I don't really know, man. And now we have all 3 waves pushing in. Somewhat prepared, but also somewhat lucky. And this game, I guess, will wrap up shortly. This guy's inting. I have my ult up very soon. This guy dies, and then we just take the base. Very anticlimactic. Not much to say about this game. I know people are enjoying this kind of content, so I just made another video of a scrim. Overall, it's pretty low level. The draft is what really helps us here. Doesn't matter if we have a scuff sky side laner, we have a great draft and the enemy has a very poor draft, so we win off that. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
You got me, nigga? Yeah, here we go, alright. Yeah? Yes, yeah? Yeah, okay.